No. What? I had a picture of our daughter in it. I guess that little smiling face is now gracing the Isle of Big here somewhere. Any damn way. We just got out of our appointment over there at Mango. No, we didn't have an appointment with a piece of fruit. It's called Mango Medical, and that's where we go for our prescription. Which prescription? Well, we are on 3 prescriptions, and if you want to know more about that, you can check out the Discovery is Recovery blog at locals.com, that damn talk spot. I'm actually here right now, DaamnCam, by the way, April 1st, 2024, to just kind of recap what it is we discussed in the appointment. It was very, 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 very thought-provoking. So I have a relationship with this doctor that is extremely limited, but it never fails to be fruitful. Go back to a prior word, mango, fruitful, any damn way. Yeah, something is always cultivated from it. And this time, there was a couple things. One, sometimes you just have to let other people own it. What we heard when he said that is, at the end of the day, you can decide to set that weight down. If you're in it with somebody and you're going back and forth, ultimately, like, I want them to take the weight, you know? I want them to see why it is I feel like they are wrong. And then I'll feel like they learned the lesson, and then I'll feel like it won't happen again. If they refuse to see that, we can decide to drop that weight, or we can continue to carry it around. In some situations, one has to ask themselves what they're fighting for, what it is that they are willing to do to reach whatever. But I mean, you know, in the same session here, it was also said that parents and children fall into that unconditional love category for a reason. We often think about our kids and how we unconditionally love them. At least before we had kids, that's what we thought about. And then we have, you have a child and it's like, it makes sense. Well, now it's this other phase, this other new stage we're discovering as we are recovering and growing and progressing, that our parents too are human. No, really though, our parents are the people that raised us, and in a normal, functioning, arguably healthy family dynamic, you know your parents and your family better than you know anyone else beside yourself. And if you know all that about your family, you better have some unconditional love, because you're going to know things about them that may repulse you to your core. They may go directly against your moral fiber. Okay? They might test your mental fortitude to the extent you're pulling your hair out or developing alopecia. So you don't have to actually pull it out. And yes, that's a real thing. And yes, we did develop it once, not because of our parents, because of our son's mother. That's a whole nother ball of make-believe. We also moved on to talk about artificial intelligence and how it is, it's a much bigger threat than we haven't devoted much acuity, if you will, like mental. We haven't critically thought about artificial intelligence much, and we actually haven't played with ChatGPT at all, or any of them. We have not experimented, played around, whatever, with any of those AIs. Not because we're extremely against it or something, but just because we have a life, and we own a small business, we have a kid, a partner, we got parents, we're in recovery. We also like making these videos and trying to organize our thoughts in such a way that we present our virtual self on the digital shelf. What's that mean? Well, you're looking at it right damn now. DaamnCam and all of his hopeful glory. So, yeah, I mean, we got a child now, and you can essentially type in to one of these programs. You could type in, write an essay on Robert Ludlum from the point of view of a 7th grader, and it will spit that out. And how is a teacher supposed to differentiate between that and what the child actually produced unless the teacher has a relationship with each child so that they actually come to know where the child's coming from, how they write, how they express themselves. And if they have that relationship, then they'll be able to tell. But with the growing number of children in every single classroom, and also the insane number of immigrant children that are coming to this country, it's just an unexpectable, it's unachievable expectation on these teachers, especially when, you know, we're seeing more immigrants coming into this country illegally in 2024 than we're seeing Americans being born by Americans in this country. In other words, our population in America is increasing more because illegals are coming here than it is because we're actually reproducing. If you don't think that's a problem, you're probably not thinking. And we will stick to that. Tell us why we're wrong, please. Yes, this country is a melting pot. Yes, our ancestry is full of immigrants. There are a lot of arguments that can be made. However, there are no arguments that can be made in logic and in truth that validate or justify allowing 5,000 illegal immigrants to legally come to this country every day. So we also have the problem now that, you know, you have this artificially intelligent software that's been programmed by someone, right? So the doctor in there was sharing with us one of his intellectual friends, rather right-leaning, I suppose, he said. He was playing with ChatGPT. It's like his hobby now or something. And he typed in there, design me a pro-Israel t-shirt. And it did. It put in you know, made this t-shirt with all this stuff on it. And then he put in, design me a pro-Hamas t-shirt. It says, I'm sorry, I cannot do that. Like, but you just made this other one that is beyond the capacity of my current software, or something that said to that extent. Well, I mean, I said right away, well, that's called bias. And like, you know, if this is supposed to be a tool, if we're supposed to be able to use this and not be used by it or allow other people to use it against us, why should we, the able-bodied, able-minded citizenry of America, the United States, why should we tolerate, why should we put up with that? We shouldn't. Just like we shouldn't put up with $500 tickets on an airplane where you got to squeeze in next to tubs and it doesn't. Listen, man, here's what we're getting at, okay? That was politically incorrect. Sorry if you identify as a female and we made that gender slur. Welcome to the future, right? So what if we said this wasn't even us? This is actually a deep fake right now, and the real Daamn Cam has nothing to do with this video, and this isn't him. Looks like him, right? Looks like him. What? It's not. And that will be that'll be a regular goings-ons here as we move into 2025 and beyond. Hopefully not that specific, because this really is me. At least I believe it's me. But then again, who is me? Who am I? Who are you? If we together can agree on something outside of ourselves as being real, as being true, factual, it works. And you and I, more than one person, we can agree that this outside thing, this external value or situation or thing, okay, is real, true, undeniably, unequivocally. I think it's unequivocally true. Well, that may go out the window. For what is true? If the absence of more than one individual proclaims the truth, whatever that is, does that change the truth? Are we going to see the truth change, or are we going to see the way people define the truth change? And is there really a difference? These are questions of philosophical proportions that we are extremely interested in. And we also want to dive deeper into this. So apparently the actor strike in Hollywood last year was directly related to this AI advancement, for lack of a better word. It has been, we've been privy to the fact that there are deep fakes being made of people that look identical to the real thing. I mean, there's a couple of tells if you know what you're looking for, and the software is not quite there. Some of it's pretty damn impressive. What are we going to do when we see a video of Bernie Sanders endorsing Donald Trump? What are we going to do when we see a video of Bibi saying that he nuked Gaza? What are we going to do when we see the video of DaamnTalk saying he switched back to the Democratic side of the aisle because he sees the error of his newly rediscovered independence? No, I don't think so. You know what? I think we are going to see a real divergence from continuity. We're going to see a separation of beliefs carried out through different groups of people and individuals, but especially groups, to the extent that we've concluded that this is not accidental. This is not the byproduct of irresponsible elected representatives in office. This is not a consequence of ill-governed politicians being freaking... It's getting hot. It's getting deep, too. This is very, very real. And what's real is true, and what's true should work. And if we have either of those three things contradicting each other, that deserves further examination. And right now, the current structure of this Western slice of the world is not working. Whether you are still a self-touting progressive, liberal, Democrat, or you're a far-right Republican, conservative, or you're somewhere in the between, in the dam, if you will. We are in for one damn of a ride, and DaamnTalk is here to help break the dam. What's the dam? We're talking about the dam that has been constructed that impedes our own ability to make up our own damn mind. You see, you, as a sovereign citizen, and above that, as a spiritual being, you are entitled to the truth. That is, you have a God-given right to know and experience what is. And if there are those telling you that what is actually isn't, it is in your best interest to decide whether you are wrong or they are wrong. You see, if it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. And it isn't what it isn't. Let's figure out the difference here at DaamnTalk. DaamnTalk. We have the first real episode of Don't Just Obey. That is DTDJO, coming out April 20th. So about 19 days from today, we will be in the makeshift studio and we will be broadcasting the first of many to come. We will entertain a multitude of guests, not on the 20th, but from here on out. We welcome anyone with a true belief in their philosophy. We welcome you to explain your belief, explain your philosophy, and we also want to extend the invitation to those who are not committed to any certain set of bounds. If that sounds like you or doesn't, let us know. Chop it up. We have a hotline available every weekend, open Saturday, Sunday. Give us a call. We are going to be on air on April 20th and every month thereafter, where people precede information. DaamnCam, DaamnTalk, that DaamnTalkspot.locals.com. That's DaamnTalk. As always, try giving a damn. Why it is, how it do, what it does. DaamnCam here, and I'm not in the best mood right now. Actually, well, that's not true. I'm all right. I'm a little sad and arguably angry because now it's almost noon. We're still not to work, and that's okay because we had an awesome counseling session this morning. What's not okay is we're still not able to go right to work. We'll show you why. We're here in the Hove. Today is April 4th, 2024. And we noticed about maybe a week ago, somebody decided to choose right here to dump a bunch of garbage. Definitely pissed us off. But then it got worse when my partner said that there's now a dog cage down here. Jesus. I mean, what kind of person can do that, man? Jesus Christ. Oh, that makes me mad. Yeah, well, I'm gonna bury him, and yeah, I want to know who did this, so I know who is missing their soul, because I don't think he was dead when they threw him down there. I don't want to get this video blocked, so I'm going to stop here. But yeah, if anybody has any information on this, this is off Bamboo Lane here in the Hove. Let me know. I'm going to throw a strap down to the cage, and we're going to pull him out. It's really hard to dig here, but I don't know. Maybe he can go in a cave or something. It's just awful. I mean, the closest I can come to understanding how someone can do that is drugs, right? Like, if you're on drugs, I suppose your morals and ethics have gone out the window. Even that, though, it has nothing to do with a living creature, a living being. So it doesn't, in our opinion, justify it. Not that doing drugs justifies theft, but it definitely explains it. And drugs don't explain throwing a dog in a cage down a cliff. Maybe there'll be some identifying papers and all that garbage. More to come, unfortunately. So, what does a lack of humanity look like? The animal that threw this freaking innocent dog down this fucking hillside. In fact, this is the unredacted version. You're a piece of human garbage. If I knew who you were, you deserve to have this shit kicked out of you until you piss your pants like the little bitch that you are. Until maybe you have a glimpse of something resembling a moral fiber, backbone, or a sliver of something resembling a soul. Ooh, well, we just buried the dog, and you know what was cool is our neighbor came over and saw, Cam, is that you? Like, yeah. What are you doing? You know, and I told him. He's like, people, you know, and he's not here all the time. I'm not gonna say which neighbor this is. It's not like he was, you know, he had to come over, but he saw, and so he actually, you know, parted ways, and he came back. Can I do anything to help? I'm like, you know what? Yeah, man. If you want to grab this bar, and I'll shovel out. So we did it together, and we buried the dog, and so there was a little humanity there at the end. You know, didn't find any names or anything. If the piece of mail that I found belongs to whoever did it, that's one thing. Maybe it was stolen by whoever threw that animal. You know, that was a dog. The animal was the person who threw it down there in the cage. You know, what didn't even have a flat surface on while it was. I mean, it's like. All right, resetting. Going to work. Solo today. Fire up a playlist and get her done. Here in the Hove, you have inside or outside painting or finishing needs, pressure washing, staining, roof cleaning, gutters, maintenance, mainly interior, exterior painting. Give us a call or text. We operate here on the Isle of Big, that is the IOB, and predominantly service all of Daamn Cam. Aloha for now.